So hey guys, welcome to another video. This is not a stream, this is just a recording of a little flight that I wanted to do in between. I like to do, beside all the tours that we're doing, I just like to do a couple of random flights in between to keep things kind of fresh for myself. Tonight, let's first go ahead. We turn out the yokes already. Turn this thing on because I've created a flight plan, and that the situation is actually interesting because the destination is a small airport. I'm gonna cheat a little today. Put on the landing lights already. Because the airport, it's an airstrip that is in an area that only seems to be accessible via IFR, because the weather is so bad, the visibility is supposed to be below 2 miles, 2 nautical miles, that it might actually be a bit of a challenge to land at this place. So first of all, let's start the engine. Take a look at the NG value. It is above 20, so we can go ahead and do a low idle. And start up the engine. Peaks out at 585. Once the values have settled in, we can go ahead and turn off the ignition, turn off the starter, and set the fuel pump, the auxiliary fuel pump, to standby. And then we're gonna put the throttle full forward. I'm not gonna do ATC today, I'm just too lazy for this. I just want to experience the challenge of landing at an airstrip that is actually not supposed to be landed upon if there are IFR conditions. So you can see Alpha Yankee Delta India. This is it's not far away really, just some 30 miles I think. No, not even that. 22.6 miles. Okay, so and the weather is supposedly very bad there, according at least to the weather report, but weather actually changes very quickly. We're on, by the way, I forgot to mention, we're on Papua New Guinea. Since I'm a big fan of Ryan the Missionary Bush Pilot, sometimes I like to fly in this area and get myself a heavy dosage of bush flying on Papua New Guinea because it's cool. It's actually pretty fun. Let's go to 9,000 feet at the beginning. We go up with about 1,500 feet per minute. We can already activate nav, the yaw damper, and that's about it. Everything else should be good to go. We've done the autopilot. Let's set the barometer to the correct value. Here we go. And then put it into, oh no, it's doing it again. Okay, not sure if this is a problem with the Kodiak itself or just something else, I don't know. So let's release the parking brake and go ahead. We're going to start from the shorter runway. Lower the flaps to 20. Nobody coming in or going out. almost no wind, as you can see. Should be a pretty smooth takeoff. It's actually a bit messed up, as you can see. The actual runway starts here, but the satellite imagery sees the runway starting here, so we've got it's a little bit of a graphical glitch. Not really that bad, but it's a bit annoying as well. So here we go. Check, that's all good. Pitch trim, let's put it a little bit forward, like 2 degrees. Flaps are good, this is good. Everything is open. We could actually go ahead and lock the harnesses. Doesn't really matter that much. Inside the simulator, we're going to pull this to get a couple of FPS, and then we're basically good to go. So let's check if the brakes are working. There they are. And off we go. .55 knots, 60, rotate. Off we go. Yeah, we can see, you can see that the weather is getting worse right up ahead. So we're probably gonna fly through a little bit of rain here. And then we'll see how it looks like at our destination. Yeah, it's already starting. Raise the flaps and activate the autopilot.
500. 500.
Raise the flaps fully. Increase the torque. Let's make sure we gain altitude quickly, because over Papua New Guinea you have lots of very high mountains. And since we're doing IFR, I would say that we should probably be flying even higher than 9,000, because you've got to have some kind of clearance below you in IFR conditions just to make sure that you don't hit a mountain. Fortunately, in the simulator, we can actually rely on this nice instrument here. This is a virtual representation of the real world, so if our flight path is pointing above the mountains, then we're not going to crash into the mountain. So that's reassuring. Our destination airport is pretty high, actually, and this kind of weather, I hope it's not going to be the same over there, because in these conditions we won't land, because I cannot see anything. We need a little bit of visibility to actually land, because the runway doesn't have ILS. we should probably go above 9,000 really. Let's go to 11,000. That should be safe, I guess. But as you can see, it's really not that far away. Right there, we've already done about a third of the, about a fourth of the actual distance. So I'm curious what it's gonna look like over there. Up ahead, it looks pretty nasty, if you ask me. These huge clouds over there. It's a bit inside a valley here. You can see the darker the background really is, the higher it is as well. These are about, this area here is about between 10,000, maybe 12,000, something like that. But in the valley here, we're at, I would say between 8,000 and 6,000 something. We'll see. I haven't put it into the, it's Alpha Yankee Delta India. You can look it up on the chart here. Let's new flight plan. No, we don't want to save it. Let's search for the airport. It's AYD. There we go. And it doesn't have any airport frequencies, I know that much. Overview, so it is at 5,400 feet, something like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, we're there already. Almost. Look at that. Yeah, the weather looks bad. Real bad. That's not so good. Not good at all. But we're gonna try anyway. So, as you can see, the airport is somewhere down in the valley here, I would say. Yeah, somewhere down here. So what we're going to have to do with almost no visibility, we're going to activate manual mode, reduce the speed, and try to sneak our way into the valley down here. So there's actually a chance that we're going to be able to see more below the clouds, maybe. That might be possible. Let's go ahead and try to find a way through these clouds. Use the virtual world for a minute until we have gotten through this cloud. It's something that is actually, I think it's not allowed to do in the real world unless you have filed an IFR flight plan and are being monitored under IFR conditions. Since we're not, this is actually, I think it is illegal to do what I'm doing right now. But this is a simulation, so what the heck? So we're trying to get under the cloud cover here. That might actually work. It looks like the clouds are lower here. But, you know, we're gonna try anyway. I'm gonna extend the flaps to 10. So I'm gonna be able to fly slower. I think that we're going to have to do an approach on runway number 15 because this might be a sloped runway and you do not want to land with the nose pointed downwards. So somewhere in this area here, oh, look at that. That's the runway. I think this is the runway. Or part of it. That, oh man. Or maybe not. No, it's not. Nope, it's not. That's good. I mean, I can't see shit through these clouds. But we'll see. It's really bad. Now imagine you've got some kind of emergency. Oh, there we go. That's the runway. Yeah, we should be approaching from the other side. From this side, really. Now imagine you've got some kind of emergency going on. You've got some very, very sick people. And you're supposed to fly them out and bring them to safety and into some kind of hospital. And you've got conditions like these where you know you're not supposed to be flying. Actually, it's supposed to be landing in these conditions. That's a moral dilemma right there. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna land, of course. But it's ugly. It really is. We're gonna have to turn around really quickly because as you can see ahead of us, we've got a wall of mountain up there. Coming right at us. So we're gonna have to make a very quick turn to final. Flaps are lowered to full. Now we can start to do our turn. Turn to base. Make sure. Actually, it's not that bad. Because the ceiling, the cloud ceiling, as you can see, visibility is not that bad. Let's make a quick turn to the left. And line up. Here we go. One thing about this airport, which is a bit peculiar, is the fact that you cannot really see the actual runway. There's a lot of stuff going on in
500.
On this field,
500.
but there is no real runway here. It's just a big mess. That wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, so where's the sick guy? We're gonna have, oh, there he is. I guess. There's a car parking. Let's go ahead and pick up the poor guy. We're just pretending there's a sick guy we're supposed to rescue. There we go. Let's wait for them to load up. And then we're going to bring him back to Goroka. Actually, I think there is another airport. Chimbu, which does have a hospital. Yep, there we go. You can see it right here. So we're up here at Bundi, or whatever it's called, Bundi. We did a nice landing, and now we're supposed to go to Chimbu, because Chimbu does have a hospital right there, a general hospital. So we're going to land here. This is our destination, Chimbu. And it's got the designation, it's got the code Alpha Yankee Charlie Hotel. Clear. Alpha. Yankee Charlie Hotel. There we go. Enter, activate. And we're good to go. We're going to leave the autopilot at 11,000. We're going to reset the barometer. No wind data, that's alright. Everything else can stay as it is. We're going to put the trim wheel a little bit to the front, because takeoff, it's still all good and nice. So presume the sick guy has entered the aircraft and has been strapped in. So let's release the parking brake and go to the end of the runway there. Okay, let's just turn around. Lower the flaps to 20 for takeoff, and we're good to go. $60 knots, rotate, and take off. Here we go. They cut down the trees quite nicely. So taking off and landing actually is not much of an issue. We're gonna fly through this valley over here, this canyon, to gain some altitude. We cannot turn immediately because this is too high. So we're gonna make a left turn into the clouds. Which we shouldn't, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fortunately, I am able to see the mountains on my display, so it's not that, visibility is not that much of an issue, at least not in the simulator. The most efficient climb rate, the most efficient climb speed actually is about 110 knots in the Kodiak. So but we need to climb quickly, so we're being a little bit slower, but gaining altitude more quickly in relation to the distance that we fly. We can raise the flaps one notch. I'm still flying manually here. No autopilot. I want to be able to. You know, I just feel it's safer doing this manually. I like to be in control. We can raise the flaps fully now. I guess I can activate the autopilot. Let's just make sure it's climbing quickly enough. Let's put in vertical speed to 1300. Should be good enough. Are you holding up back there? Sick dude? There are barf bags in the seats in front of you, so in case you need to throw up, please do it in the bags, not in the seats. Okay, so we're not that far away from our from our destination. It's like 15 miles, so like 5 minutes or something. Not even that. Let's reduce the RPM to about 2,000. What is the fuel consumption? 272, that's good. So the destination airport is Alpha Yankee Charlie Hotel. We're going to take a look at it and at the chart. Search for airport Charlie Hotel. There we go. So it's at an altitude of about 5,000 feet, and we have, as you can see, we have two different runways that we can use. One of them is runway 21. I presume that this is the one that we're going to use, and we're approaching rather quickly. We also have a headwind of a couple of knots, so 21 it'll be straight in. Let's see if we can see something already. Nope, not yet. But I think that I can go ahead and fly manually, reduce the throttle. Yep, there's the airport. You can see it right there. That's the runway. We can actually go ahead and fly through this valley here. Between those two hills. So we're gonna, so we don't have to do a very steep drop from. If we were flying over this ridge, we'd had to do it with a safety margin, and then we would have to drop very quickly. But if we fly in this V, through the V here, then it's not going to be as violent. I guess we can go ahead and lower the flaps one notch to 10 degrees. And to 20 to reduce the speed significantly. and even further to 30 degrees. I know it's complaining, but we're going to ignore that. So let's get this guy to a hospital.
Five hundred. Five hundred. 500. 500.
They should be cutting away these trees there. These palm trees, they're too high. Maybe you're supposed to approach from the other side. Probably. So there we go. That was good. Let's turn around, raise the flaps. Parking spots up behind. Turn off the landing light and the taxi light on. There's an airplane waiting there already. Only one parking spot. No, two of them actually. I gotta get in between these guys here. Let's go ahead and park at this place. Okay, here we go. Turn it all off. This is all off. This is all off. This is all off. Doobie doobie doop doop. Yep. Cut off, shut off, walk off. Doobie doobie doop. There we go. That was it. Not too shabby. Okay, so that was a little trip above Papua New Guinea. I do enjoy these random flights in between. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.